So what's up my people in a day now? Good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this video from. Today is Sunday. Please, to all my Christian brothers and sisters, make sure you attend church and praise God wholeheartedly. Pray for your loved ones, most especially myself. I need your prayers as well. Well, and also as you pray for prosperity, for money, please try as much as possible to pray for long life, good health, so that you can also enjoy those prosperity and money. Yesterday, I saw the video of the late Herbert Wigwe and his wife and son's burial. Quite unfortunate, really quite unfortunate. I saw a lot of dignitaries, a lot of senators, governors, House of Rep, moguls, actors, actresses, musicians, pastors, so many other personnel, vice president, so many other business billionaires, so many other people were there to witness and bid their farewell. And of course, you saw exactly the whole scenario. Well, it's quite unfortunate, even with so much respect and so much money, you are unable to enjoy the respect and money you have accumulated. We are still going to go back to that place. Let's talk about El-Rufai Son, below El-Rufai. And also why Peter Obi's son is also being attached to the whole discussion that concerns El-Rufai Son. So El-Rufai Son, the former governor of Kaduna and the former minister of FCT, he had an interview and he spoke about the issues in the north, spoke about Peter Obi versus Tinubu, talked about his father, and so many other stuff. And many Nigerians are not agreeing with him, and they are calling him out, calling him all sorts of names. So let us listen to some of this video and also let us try to address some of them as well.
I think Nigeria has not worked for a long time. I'm proud of APC. I'm proud of the Buhari administration's stride in infrastructure, but we overpromised and underdelivered. There was an idiot cleric, a Muslim cleric, they came out and wished Her Excellency the First Lady, Senator Tinubu, to die. I certainly hope the DSS are not taking his apology. The North has a problem. We are overpopulated, we are undereducated, and I want to put it on the record, these bandits are not Muslims. They love their cows, they don't pray, they're illiterate, they don't even have a knowledge of the Quran. I have colleagues that get calls every day that somebody has been kidnapped. If I get that, I swear to you, I might.
Let's try to analyze that bandit part when he said bandits are not Muslim, and I totally agree with him. I understand he's not in the right position to be talking, because he's part of the problem according to you guys. He's not in the right position to talk because his father was a former minister of FCT and the Kaduna governor, on all those kind, and we saw a lot of things that were going on in Kaduna state as at that time. He's not the best person to talk about it. I know quite all right, but let us be honest. You cannot force Muslims to embrace those people that are not part of them, because in our religion, no matter how anyone tries to misinterpret it, you cannot misinterpret what you are born to read and understand. In our religion, kidnapping, banditry is exceptionally bad. Like really bad, not accepted. So if someone picked the Quran hand to read those verses, that thou shalt not hurt your neighbor, wish yourself what you wish your neighbor, and you go contrary to those words, and you go contrary to them, does that actually make you a Muslim? No, you are not a Muslim. So why would anybody force anyone to accept those bandits are Muslims? They are not Muslims. Even if they carry the Quran and talk, they are not Muslims. They are not Muslims. So if someone going to ask, okay, what are they then? What are they? Are they Christians? They are pagans in the world. They are pagans. They are people who are out there to destroy the good name of God. Yes, they are there. There are some secret societies who are funding things around the world to destroy the good name of Christians or Muslims. Yeah, they are there. So I don't know their name, but you can refer to them as pagans, as infidels. Yeah, you can put them under under that category, they are not Muslims. Well, I agree with him on that one, though. Let us make that clear. Totally agree with him on that one. But there are some other issues he also said about Peter Obi, for instance. So let's listen to him.
I'm not the typical APC person to come out and say, oh, things are jolly. They are not. I think they will get better. I think Ashwaju is probably the most experienced politician we've had as president. We've had many accidental presidents, but he kind of prepared for this. In a similar way that President Babangida prepared to be head of state through, the scheming in the military. Ashwaju prepared for this. We have a blueprint to say this is what he did. That is why some of us didn't follow the Governor Obi wave. You can do what you want to do. We're comparing Anambra to Lagos. We can see that in Lagos it's not perfect.
So you think that Tinubu is better than the Peter Obi?
Oh, without a doubt. Well, you should see my tweets. There's nothing to hide there. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, there are those who believe that he has better idea in the economy than those who are the followers of Peter Obi would disagree with you.
I disagree.
They think that he has his ideologies are better for Nigeria this is
going to get me in trouble. And anyways, let me just ignore obedience because we have a hate relationship. I think I've flown next to Governor Peter Obi. He probably wouldn't remember. I was going to Wales when I did my A-levels. I was impressed by his simplicity. Other governors were flying first class. He was in business. Don't ask me why I was in business. But I was there, and I picked his brain and stuff. I was a kid, probably 18. I don't think he's a bad man. I that's not what I'm saying. But again, you didn't answer my question. I think Lagos is more developed than Anambra. I judge governors. I don't think Governor Peter Obi is even in the category of Governor Fashola, my father. That is my view. I don't think so. I think Anambra did well in the educational sector, but Anambra has always done well in WAEC. And bear in mind, I don't believe in messiahs. We followed President Buhari thinking he could solve the problem. My issue with what is going on with Labour Party is they believe one person can solve this problem. It's not going to work that way, Sean. This is a collective effort. I spoke earlier that if my father had become Minister of Power, Nigerians will gain. I take that back. Am I sure? This is decay for 30 years.
Well, on that aspect, let's also be honest. You can't compare Lagos to Anambra State. Let's also be honest about that. You can't compare Lagos to Anambra State. Also, their monthly budget, monthly budget from the federal government, their allocation also, you cannot compare it. Lagos is way more bigger than Anambra State. You can't compare both. Judging by the fact that over the years that Peter Obi left power as a governor and the governors that have come to power in Anambra State and comparing them to Lagos, of course, you saw how Lagos is well developed. And again, when it comes to the issue about Peter Obi and Tinubu, I think it's based on sentiment. It's based on we do not want the whole leaders. They have supported each other. They have been with each other like Tinubu and Buhari. They have supported each other before. Tinubu supported Buhari even when this whole thing we are going backward. And now it's now coming there. We just think that, the system will still continue. The next person going to support him and will also drag us backward as well. That is one of the major reasons. We never wanted any God for that reason. But we forgot again that this thing is not merely the president's matter. It has to be a collective effort. There are cabals. As little as a civil servant in the office can do more danger than a governor, can do more danger than a senator. Yeah, if you are in the system, you will know that. The thing is into us. We have really gone through. We have gone through a lot as a country, and we have all contributed negatively in the development of this country. Yeah, your father maybe was once a civil servant, or your father was once a soldier, or worked for the government, or not work for the government. If you check his history, If you check our history down the line, you will see that we have directly and indirectly contributed to the development of this country and to the destruction of this country. It's a collective effort. In a country where the youths are even way more divided, where we have so multicultural and everything, religion, just imagine that country trying to survive. Do you know how difficult it is? Let's be honest now. And you think it's the governor's fault? You think it's the president's fault? Of course, it's good now we are talking. It's good to talk and re-educate ourselves that we should have a positive mind and also try as much as possible to move on from this old thinking that Nigeria will not succeed, and then try to push our own positivity into the world, into the Nigeria, so that it can succeed and re-educate ourselves. Like, for instance, people used to collect bribe when it comes to election. A lot of Nigerians depend on bribe, but I can vividly say that when it comes to bribing and sharing of palliative onions and all those things like the governors used to do as far back as 90s, it's not that really, people do not really fancy that anymore. People are becoming really educated to the point that, they think about it. Why would you want to bribe me with a bag of rice and later you become a governor or a senator? In the next 4 years, I won't get nothing. So instead of you bribing me with a bag of rice, why don't you bribe me with the sum of 100 million naira? Yeah, my vote costs 100 million naira. Just in case you don't do nothing while in office, I can use that 100 million naira to sustain myself for the next 4 years. People do not know they have power. That's why they sell their voters at that time for 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira. And I know by the next election now, they will know how to negotiate way more better. Selling your vote, if you must sell your vote, then you should know how much your vote costs. 4 years of hunger, you should be able to calculate your monthly expenses and add everything, your vacation, add everything up, make the sum up, and then you tell that politician, this is what my vote will cost you. Yeah, be wise.
When his nomination was rejected,
yes,
and I was announced,
yes,
what did you feel?
It was very disappointing, to answer your question. It still is. Because myself, my mentor, the governor of Kaduna, Basani, and my friend, who was my father's commissioner, Hafiz Bayero, played a key role in convincing my father to agree to work with this current government. He didn't want it. Now, it's hard for Nigerians to believe it because they think everybody wants to be minister. He kept saying if he accepts something from Ashwaju, they will look at him and say he kept insisting power should go to the south because he wants to be minister. He didn't. I take it hard because I know the role I played, not as his son. I remember telling him that this time around, I'm not speaking as your son. I'm speaking as a representative of your local government, that you should consider its duty, its public service. If you can help, help.
Is it that some people don't want him to be on that cabinet?
But you and I know, even before this, Ashwaju and Malam were never the best of pals. Not that they were fighting, because Ashwaju is way his senior political. And somebody called a Hausa pedophile. And I simply called the person that said that his mother is an Ashawu. And so tell me, which one is worse, a pedophile or a prostitute?
No, the part where got a lot of people and perhaps where it got messy was where you were said to have threatened to rape someone's mother.
What I meant was, I can ask his mother out, I can date her. It's like a level thing. He thinks he's bad, I can date his mother. And are you sure I can't? Have you seen my car?
Let us agree on this one. When it comes to the intelligent ones in the northern, the intelligent one really can know how to comprehend and analyze so many issues. It's just unfortunate that majority of the north are not, like, they're out of school. That's where we have the Adamslink and everything. But it spoke briefly well though, let's be honest. And let's move past that. Let me know exactly how you feel. Now it's being dragged on social media for the remark on Peter Obi, be dragged on social media for the remark on so many other issues like the North and the bandits and everything. So let me know. The main interview will soon be out. So let's do, for those of you who are kind of like willing to listen, then you should wait. And also, when Peter Obi's song came in, they were saying, oh, all sorts of things, comparing both of them. But let us be honest. Despite me being an independent child, of course, it's also a good thing if your father take you along and teach you the system of government. Yes, of course. The young ones will definitely take over from these old people who are going. The old must surely die, and the young will must surely grow. That's why I say the young shall grow, and they will talk about the government. So it's about now, as a father, if you're in the system, you teach your son, teach your spouse, teach your son on how, or your daughters on how to, on the system and everything. Why not? Why not? El-Rufai taught his son how to all the system and everything, put him in the government, and people are blaming him. And because Peter Obi refused to do that to his son, and the people are praising him, it depends. They are just individual. A son can decide to follow his footstep, or decide to. It depends on that son's calling. That doesn't mean El-Rufai doesn't have other children who don't really give a damn about politics. So it's the same thing as well now. We shouldn't be dragging such stuff. But it's social media though. Of course, they most definitely they will drag. I'm also talking about Wigwe's burial. Unfortunately, guys, really, really, really unfortunate. Three family just gone like that. The wife, the husband, the wife, and the son. Come on, man. Come on. It's so disheartening. I never even knew about Wigwe. I knew of Access Bank, but I never knew it was, I don't know, it was the CEO, or the founder. The CEO most definitely, or the founder of Access Bank. Really, it's one of the biggest banks in Nigeria, let's be honest. It's one of the biggest bank, and their services is so prompt, like really, really nice. They don't joke. Everybody know, anyone using Access Bank knows. So I hope it's going to continue after him. Well, most definitely the services and everything, I hope it continues after him. And then again, we saw how people were trying to drag the issue between Vice President Shettima and Albert Wigwe's daughter, because Shettima came and shook Albert Wigwe's daughter, and she didn't stand up to greet Shettima, and people started dragging her. She just lost her father, she just lost her mom, and she just lost her brother. And you guys are worried about a woman standing up to greet the vice president because Aliko Dangote stood up to greet the vice president. Haba, give her a break. Give her a break. So your attention, even thinking about that alone, there's something definitely wrong with that person that thought that first. And the people who are supporting it, there's something definitely wrong with you people. Even thinking about, why didn't these girls stand up? These girls are money, for crying out loud. Don't even go there. Well, thank you very much for watching. It's your boy Adamslink. Catch you next time. Peace.